A group of money managers takes a stand against woke companies. They are pushing back. Second Vote Advisors, offering investors the option to invest in anti-woke corporations with the rollout of an ETF with companies focused on making money, not social activism. This, as a recent survey finds, voters are rejecting corporate social activism. Only 36% of voters agree that companies should speak out on social issues versus just talking about what they do. Joining me right now is the former CEO of CKE Restaurants, Andy Puzder. Andy, great to see you today. Also, another announcement today. You are the new executive chairman of the board of directors for Second Vote Value Investments. Congratulations. Tell me what Second Vote Value Investments is trying to do with these new ETFs.
Well, what we'd like to do is make it so people that want to invest, that really don't want to invest to accomplish political goals, like, you know, the ESG goals, environmental, social, corporate governance, but people who want to invest to get a return on their investment. We're trying to come up with investment vehicles that will allow them to do that. Our investment philosophy is that companies that focus on profit will be more profitable than companies that don't. And so we're trying to take the politics out of this and let people vote, let people invest consistent with their values and consistent with their economic interests.
Well, I think it's a great idea, Andy, especially since companies like Delta Airlines and CocaCola got involved in the voting laws conversation earlier this year when Joe Biden really I don't want to say lie, but certainly gave us misrepresentation of the voting laws in Georgia. And those companies got on board with that narrative only to be wrong. Your thoughts on what took place earlier in the year, did that affect those companies?
Well, it certainly affected, for example, CocaCola. CocaCola had to back off. They were also implementing what I'd call critical race theory HR training. The lawyer who put all that in place ended up resigning from the company after a Rasmussen poll came out and said 37% of Americans were less likely to buy Coke products because of the positions they were taking on these voting rights and critical race theory training HR issues. So it had an impact on Coca-Cola. I'd love to have been at the board meeting where the CEO had to walk in with that poll saying 37% of Americans were less likely to buy Coke products. So I think consumers can react, consumers do react, but often you don't have a choice. Like with Delta Airlines, there's only so many airlines you can use to get from place to place. So what we're trying to do is hit it from the investment side. These companies are already getting a lot of pressure from these ESG investment firms like BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard to take on these activist, progressive issues instead of focusing on profits. We want to change that. We want to give people the opportunity to invest and have an influence, but keep that focus on returns for shareholders, on shareholder returns.
Yeah, I mean, that whole narrative that you mentioned, this ESG business that so many of them are out talking about, how, you know, you want to do environmentally friendly, you want to do what's right, don't invest in oil companies, and yet they're perfectly fine going and opening shop in China where there are human rights abuses and that the CCP keeps stealing intellectual property. I wonder if you're going to see companies actually come out and support patriotism and American values. I spoke with Ennis Freedom, the Boston Celtics star, who has been pushing back on China, and asked him if he's gotten any endorsement deals. Watch this.
Well, unfortunately, zero. You know, it's a shame that all these companies are scared, scared because they are doing too much business with Chinese Communist Party and China. And they know that the moment that they give me any kind of deal, that, all their business in China will be shut down.
Can you imagine, Andy, he has been out front on pushing back on the bad behavior of the CCP, and so far no American company has come to him and said, I want to back you, endorse you.
Well, I wish I were still running a company so I could come out and use him in an ad. When I ran CKE Restaurants, I always tried to do the opposite of whatever our major competitors were doing, because that's how you distinguish yourself. And here's a guy who is appealing to probably half of the country, but the woke corporations, they're afraid to use him. They're afraid to use people like him. I remember during the Olympics, there was a woman wrestler who came out, won a gold medal, came out with the American flag and talking patriotically. At the time, I was thinking, I wish I was running a company now so I could use her in an ad. These these are the kinds of people that if you use these individuals in an ad, it could make a difference, because a lot of Americans support what they're saying. This is something that corporate America currently seems to be missing.
Yeah, and CCP will retaliate if you do, and that's what they're afraid of. Oh, yeah. Andy, before you go, what are the symbols for these ETFs, those investors who want to acquire a diversified exchange-traded fund but want politics out of the conversation? Well,
we've got two funds right now. One is a fund that does not invest in companies that oppose Second Amendment rights. Its call letters are EGIS. And then there's a fund that's pro-life. It excludes companies that don't support pro-life positions, and it's LYFE. But the companies in those funds are companies that we believe support the profit motive over politics.
All right, we will leave it there. Andy will be watching. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
Andy Puzder
Maria.
joining us this morning on Second Vote. We'll see you soon, Andy.